Hello and welcome again to Cooking with Miss Rice for part 2 of how to make a pizza. We have already made our beautiful pizza dough. It has risen. Hopefully your pizza dough has risen at home if you are trying this yourself. Now the next thing is you will want a pizza pan of some sort. I have an actual pizza pan which I have floured slightly. A lot of people like to go and use cornmeal, which I unfortunately did not have available today, but flour works very nicely as long as you don't mind the bottom of it. Now, you can see that this is very light, fluffy dough. It's also very sticky. I'm just going to very carefully take it out. The oil that's in it, though, has made this very easy to do. And I am literally going to just take this, plop it in the middle. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to squirt a little bit of oil onto my hands, just a little, so that way the dough will not stick to me as much, or rather my gloves. And I'm just going to get the rest of my hands all good and oily. We are going to go and spread it out now. I know there's always somebody who's like, hey, shouldn't you be throwing it in the air? Well, yeah, you can use centrifugal force to go and throw your pizza into the air and make it bigger. But you know what? This isn't a very big pizza. This is maybe a 12-inch pizza. So it's not very hard. And you can easily, if you want, you could just use a regular little, I don't know, cookie sheet, baking pan. Just make sure that you keep an eye on the pizza and such. Now I'm going to just flatten down. I like my edges nice and thick. I'm going to just push up this crust just a little bit. I like to have that nice handle. Maybe you don't, and that's fine. Now the nice thing about this is I have already just added a little bit of oil on here, which will be nice for my pizza. I help add that nice little crust. And I'm going to sprinkle on, because this is just something I like to do. Not everybody does, and you certainly don't have to do it. I like to add a little bit of herbs underneath my sauce. I tend to go with a very plain basic sauce, and then just add a little bit of oregano, maybe some thyme or rosemary. Today it's just oregano. That's all I'm in the mood for. There we go, some nice spice underneath. And now we're going to do the sauce. Now the sauce, my husband will tell you, everybody messes up on the sauce. They get a poor sauce to dough ratio. You really think you need a lot, but really you don't need much. Keep in mind, the sauce is not the star of the show here. The sauce is just to kind of go and help aid everybody. So you're going to maybe put on about a 1/4 cup of sauce, if that. And then you're just going to kind of spread it around a little bit. Just spread that sauce. I'm going to take just a little bit more. I think I just need a touch more. I like mine a little saucier than some folks. That's saucy, saucy pizza. Goodness. There we go. Now from here, you can literally just go and do what you want. You can put on just some cheese. You can put on a little bit of meat, some olives. For me today, I'm going to just do some cheese and some pepperoni. Now, I normally wouldn't worry about the pepperoni, but I feel it's important to show how I feel pizzas ought to be constructed a little bit, especially since that is the whole point of this little broadcast. I'm getting the pizza and cheese bag. Now, you can go ahead and put your toppings completely under. I feel it works best if you put down a little bit of cheese first, just a little bit underneath to help things kind of stick. Don't need a lot, maybe 1/8 cup. Just to shred and sprinkle it on there. See, I've hardly covered anything. And I feel that this helps it stick just a little bit better. Then you can take your toppings. I have, from a plastic bag, pepperoni. Yes, I know it's not necessarily the good stuff, but a lot of people like eating the nice little shell-free pepperoni. I just pulled mine out of the freezer, so unfortunately it'll be a little icy, but that's alright. The oven's going to heat it up all the same. I'd like to mention at this point, I have my oven at about 350. You may need to go and bump your oven temperature up if perhaps your oven has some cool spots, or just let your pizza sit in there a little longer. That's going to be up to you. Finish getting my pepperoni on. Pepperoni, yum. Sorry, I'm actually very eager for this. I am looking forward to tasting this delicious pepperoni pizza. Probably a bit more than I initially thought I was. I pulled out a few too many pepperonis, but that's okay. We'll stick this one there. There we go. You want your toppings mostly even as much as possible. At this point, you're just going to reach into the bag, pull out about half a cup, and really get those toppings good and covered. Now there's a couple toppings you should always, oh, that's the oven timer going off saying that my oven is preheated. Da-da-da! There you go. Now if you really needed to put this on ice, so to speak, you could do so. You could put it in the freezer. I wouldn't recommend it because, I mean, this beautiful, fresh cooked dough, why would you want to ruin that wonderfulness? But if you had to, you probably could, and it would probably be fine as long as you didn't use it that night, but again, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend instead of putting it in the fridge for a little bit, just letting it sit and chill. There's a lot of other fun things you can do with this, but like I said, I'm keeping the pizza simple today. And there you go, a delicious pizza. It will come out and be ready in a mere 10 to 15 minutes. And what can be better? So everybody, enjoy. Sorry you don't get to see the pizza today, but I promise it'll be delicious. Have a wonderful day, and bon appetit!